Today's video is going to be a game changer for you in the area of sales. So if you are looking to sign more clients, make more sales, increase your consistent income in your business, this is the video for you. I'm going to be walking through 10 ways that you can actually make sales very quickly in your business. So 10 different ways that you can sign your next client this very week. Now, these are not just your standard go and post your offer on your Instagram stories. These are really tangible ways that you can actually make sales and probably things that you hadn't even thought of before. So make sure you stay to the end to get all 10, and make sure as well you download the free list of 30 sales activities I've put together for you. These 10 are being pulled from that, and I'm going to walk you through these 10, but I have a whole list of 30 sales activities for you completely free. The link is in the description, so make sure you just enter your email and you will get that sent straight to your inbox for you to start using. And that's literally enough for every single day of the month, so you can be making sales every day next month just by utilizing these. So let's jump right into these 10 sales activities for you. So number one is to go live on your Instagram or your Facebook or inside your Facebook group and share the story of creating your signature program. Share why you created this, why you put everything into this, why you did this in the way that you did, and what this is really serving people with. How is this actually helping people? Now, this is so valuable for selling your program because it's really bringing in the storytelling element and getting people bought into why you've created this specific program in the first place, the story behind it, and really helping them connect there. And also, it really helps to show how intentional this specific program is, because likelihood is that, there's other people online who are helping with the same transformation as you, doing similar things to you. But if you can really share why you've created your program in the specific way you have, why do you have a quarterly client retreat? Why do you have this specific resource included for them? How is that actually going to further benefit them compared to any other program which doesn't have this? And the more you can actually get them not just bought into the idea of working with you, but bought into the idea of your program being the best possible program, they're going to hire you. They're not going to go and hire somebody else for this specific transformation. They're going to hire you because they believe in what you have included in your program, how you've structured things, and why you've done that. And they can see how this is really going to help them achieve their goal in the best, quickest, and easiest way possible. So this is the first really valuable tip: is go live on your Instagram and just share, why did you create this program in the way that you did? Share the intention behind it. The second sales activity you can do today is to personally invite that warm lead who they are a perfect fit for your program. Now, there's probably every single one of us right now have someone who we're in discussions with, we've had some conversations with in the DMs maybe, who we just know they are a perfect fit for our program. We know if they just got inside our program, all these problems we've been discussing with them would be fixed. They are an absolute perfect fit for that based on all the conversations we've had. And really, it can be so helpful just to go ahead and start that conversation with that person. Just reach out to them and ask, have they thought about joining this program? And share with them just naturally and just from the heart, why do you think this would be really helpful for them? Why would this actually really help them with that specific struggle they had or that specific goal that they mentioned? Why would this be a perfect fit for them specifically? The more personal you can be here, the better. And really just reach out from the heart, and people really appreciate this. They appreciate the time, they appreciate the effort that's gone into you essentially sharing something that you think would just be really helpful with them and why you think it would be really helpful. So don't be afraid to just go and reach out to that person and just begin that conversation just really lightly and in just a really open and heart-centered way. The fourth sales activity you can do today to sign your next client this week is to reach out to a client who's due to finish their contract soon. So if there's someone who's due to be wrapping up their contract with you in the next few weeks, reach out to them, ask if they'd like to continue working together. Specifically though, sharing the perspective of what you feel like you can actually help them with. What would be the point of continuing on, here are the goals we would work on. Here's what we could achieve in this extra time frame, or here's what we'd be able to work on or create together. Actually share an intention behind it is so, so helpful. So it's not just a decision of, do I just want to continue with the sameness essentially? It's okay, now we've covered this together, we've done some amazing work here, here's where I can see us going in the future with this, or I'd love to work on this, or I can really see potential in this area for us to continue developing. So really share again that personalized effort with them and just share with them why you think this specific package that you're suggesting could be a really great fit for them to continue. The fifth sales strategy that we're showing today is to actually reach out to an engaged member of your audience and just connect with them. All of us are probably in the position where we've got at least one person in our audience who's just really engaged. They are liking all the posts, they are attending all the live streams, streams, they always sign up for that masterclass, which you're doing, and they're just really engaged, but they haven't bought anything yet. And it can be really great just to start a conversation with that person, not from the intention of starting a sales conversation, but just checking in and just saying, hey, I see you constantly showing up to my lives. I see you, liking all of my posts and engaging with all of my posts. And I just want to say, I see you and I really appreciate you. And I would love to know if there's anything I can help you with at all. Just simply reaching out and saying that can go such a long way and just really shows that you see them and you just appreciate them being in your space. Next up, and this is really helpful for anyone who does any done-for-you services that are really visible, so copywriting, website designing, those types of things, is actually go on to someone who you think would be an ideal client's website. For example, if you're a sales page copywriter, go and look over their sales pages, and if you see anything that you think you could genuinely help with and add value, actually let them know this. Not necessarily anything that you see is wrong or you think, this isn't done very well, but just if you see, for example, that they have a program that they don't have a full sales page for, let them know. I think it would add a lot of value to your business having a sales page for this program. Here's what I think you could include in the sales page. And the more above and beyond you go here, the better this will be received, of actually sharing with them, what could this look like? Give them some value just straight up front. Share your ideas with them. Share your creative thoughts on what this could actually look like for them or the value this could add. And then let them know, if you are looking for support with creating this, I would love to help you with creating this. Would you like to have a chat about that? Actually just reaching out and letting them know that from the specific intention of, here's how I think this can add value. Here are already my thoughts. This isn't just an email I'm sending to everyone. Here are already my thoughts on how I could add value to you. What do you think about that? Can go such a long way. Another amazing sales activity to do is to check in with your past clients. This is often one we can really disregard because they didn't continue working with us. They're kind of out of the loop with us now, but just check in with how they're doing. Check in with what the updates are with those goals you were working on or with that course you were creating with them. How are they doing now? And just do a really genuine check-in, not from a sales perspective, but just really staying in their world and just staying up to date with what's going on. There absolutely can then come from this really naturally an opportunity for you to continue working together, but also it means that when they are next looking for support, you're still very top of mind for them. The next sales activity for you to sign your next client this week is to break down a full client case study of a result you have achieved for the client. So pick a specific client result which you feel is really representative of your program and really break down that result. What actually went into it? What did that really look like? What was the before? What was the after? And actually share that full process with people with the call to action specifically of if someone would like that result for themselves, get in touch about working together. This is so helpful from the perspective of they really see a tangible example of what it's like to work with you, of the result which you have gotten previously for someone, and they can really see themselves in that client's shoes and also see what that process looked like to actually achieve that. It's not this vague idea of they went from A to B and we have no idea how this happened. They can really see what that process looked like as well. So it can be so valuable sharing that, and that can really prompt people to sign up if they know that they're wanting that exact transformation and they're wanting this to be them essentially. The 8th sales activity you can do this week to make a brand new sale just this week is to actually personally share a post or video or some piece of value you've created with someone who has a specific question around that. So if you know, for example, you have a warm lead who had joined your masterclass around a specific topic a few months ago, but they didn't end up signing up for your package, but you know from your conversations that they struggle with a certain thing, and then you're creating a piece of content around that, whether it's a YouTube video, an Instagram post, stories, anything along those lines, and that kind of addresses what they were talking about and what they're struggling with. Actually just send that to them, and it can be really helpful. Rather than hoping they see it in their feed, just reaching out to them and saying, hey, I just created this post, I just shared this, and I think it'd be really valuable for you based on our conversation. And just leave it at that. It really shows that you are caring about them, you're remembering about that specific problem they had, about that specific discussion you had, and it can be really helpful for building that connection, building that relationship, and building that trust. So even though they didn't buy previously, they will be very likely to buy in the future then at some point when they are actually ready to invest, because they already have that trust, they have that relationship built with you. The 9th way that you can make a sale this week is by actually calculating and sharing some of your average client results. this can be so helpful and something I did recently. And for me, for example, in the first 90 days of a one-to-one client working with me, the average income increase goes up by 54%, while also their average hours worked each week goes down by 22%. So that's really valuable for me when I'm sharing a lot around the message of making more money while actually working less hours for business owners, because it's tangible proof and evidence behind this. And a lot of the times we're just seeing results from other coaches and service providers of their top 1% of clients, right? When we see a testimonial for a program or a course, it's really easy to think this is representative, but a lot of the times that's the top 1% of students. They are the very best results that this person has gotten. And 90% of people were somewhere below this in terms of results. So it's not really representative. And a lot of the times in our industry, especially, that can create a lot of doubt and hesitation of, even if, Amy over there says she got amazing results with this program, is that actually going to work for me? So it can really help to look at what are my average results and calculate some figures based off of that. Now, we do not mean, and I've seen some people do it in this way, and it does not land in the same way, of saying, my client's average confidence increases by 33%. That's not really anything, because that's very much a subjective measure of, what would they rank their confidence as? So that doesn't quite land in the same way, but I think it still can be really valuable. I think for that though, more descriptive kind of shifts work really well for you. But if you have anything to do with numbers at all, whether that is sales increase, revenue increase, hours worked, the amount of time they spent in the gym, if you're a fitness coach, any of those types of things, or weight loss, any of those things, can be really valuable for you to get the actual tangible numbers of, it's not a subjective experience, it's the actual factual information. Say that twice fast, that's a very hard one. The factual information which your client is actually getting results for. And the final sales activity which I'm gonna share today with you and break down is actually sharing your unique process and method that you take your clients through, so your framework. And why is this the method which people should be utilizing? If you can get people to buy into your method, your process, your framework, whatever that is, if you can get your audience to buy into that, they've bought into working with you, because you're the only one that does this in this certain way. And if they believe that your way of doing it is the best way of doing it, they're going to end up hiring you versus one of your competitors instead. So continue to share what this process is and actually break it down, and break down why you do every single step of that. Why is this step 1? Why is this step 2? Why is this the most important part of it, or the part which holds the whole framework together, etc. Really break down each part of the meaning and intention behind it, same as we were talking about earlier as well, and it is going to give you such amazing results from people, and such an amazing feedback in terms of people really connecting with your process, not just the idea of, I would love to work with this person, but actually I fully and wholeheartedly am behind their framework, knowing that that is the best way possible for me to get results. And then they're going to end up signing on with you so much quicker than they previously did. I hope these 10 sales activities have been really helpful for you. You do not need to worry about taking notes. I've got you covered. I've got that all written up for you, and another 20 to throw in as well to give you so much selection to choose from. So make sure you check out the link in the description to get your free copy. It will be sent straight to your inbox with the full list of 30 sales activities for you. Trust me, it's such a game changer for your business. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give this video a like, make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the next one, and I will see you in the next video next week.